Hey guys, it's Mike, another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Talk a little bit more about Brennan today. Also jump into the events that are going on. Talk about the extra copy and what it takes to actually get it. As well as do some summonings, and then also look at some packs, because we did buy some of the Vigor set as well as the Effect Accuracy set. So that's been helping out quite a bit on the account. As I've been building these characters and trying to get better gear on folks, on Brennan here, I did get all of this stuff at 6-star, which has been a huge help. Could really benefit from doing some of this here. But on this piece here, I'm actually trying to get it over to Morgan with that Effect Accuracy. Plus, I want to get attack speed with the 3 rolls on there. I think on one of these, I got 3 rolls and attack speed. So we'll bring this one over to Morgan as well eventually. Get those speeds up. I did build him initially with speed, thinking that was a good idea. But his the way his kit works, he actually puts that barrier up for, I think it's 2 turns. So if he's super fast, he might not have the barrier by the time the enemy even goes. So you might be kind of fighting yourself a little bit with that barrier. So speed isn't necessarily going to be the best thing to have on him. But it always helps. But it may be a better strategy to kind of keep him a little slower. I did want to talk about in the events right now, they have this Brennan Power Up Achievement event. And as you go through and upgrade Brennan, you get different rewards. And some of these rewards are pretty juicy, including the final reward. You actually get a copy of Brennan for Chivalry, which would be huge. The struggle is, I think that it's going to require you pull multiple copies of Brennan to actually achieve this. Because if you take a look at how you actually get points, obtaining Brennan, you get 270. Leveling him up, he's to get 4, advancing him, and so forth. So you get kind of a little bit of points here and there. So if we jump back out and take a peek at my Brennan, there's not a lot for me to actually do. On the skill level up, he's maxed out. I do have, I need to awaken him, the 4th, 5th, and 6th star. So I'm waiting for the bull to open up so that I can get in there and get some of those statues. So I'm hoping to get that all maxed out, but I only have 3 stars to get on the awakening. And then on he's fully 6-star 60, and then on his relic it's 6-star 60, almost fully awakened. I have 1 more awakening to go there. I need 8 of these crystals to be able to do that. So that's basically 1 awakening for his relic, and then 3 awakenings for him as a player. And then on the skills, he's maxed out on his relic as well. So from there, if we take a peek at what we got going on in that event, I don't know that that's going to be enough points to actually get a copy of Brennan, which is kind of weird. That they're going to basically kind of force your hand to pull 2 copies of him at least. So if I do, let's see here, Awaken Brennan, I get 50 points. So I got 150 points waiting for me to do that. And then Awaken Brennan Storm Relic, I got 50 points left there. So I have 200 points that I can still get from this event, which would get me to 2540. So I'd still be 400 points shy, 460 points shy of actually being able to get to this copy. So I think I would actually have to pull 2 more copies of him in order to make this work, unless there's some other areas that I haven't updated him, but I'm pretty sure everything else is maxed out, so I have no other way to actually upgrade him other than pulling more copies of them. I do think that this is a really cool way to, kind of get a new character on your account and even start the Chivalry process. I do feel like 2500 is probably where it should max out, in that you may not be able to completely max the character out, but you should be able to get pretty close at this 2500 points. To actually have to pull multiple copies feels a little bit, I don't know, a little bit greedy maybe, but maybe that's just because I'm used to them being so generous. But I really want to get this copy of them, and I'm not going to be able to. I should, however, be able to get to these 20 upgraded summons, and then if I do happen to put 60 of those together, technically I could pull for them again. But the fact that I need 2 copies of them, I'm going to need 120 of these to guarantee that I get that copy. So that's kind of a lot as far as that goes. Taking a look at the other events going on the Gorgos event, I did max that event out because I always need gold. I'm broke again. I've got 15,000 gold. Can't do anything with 15,000 gold. But I did get the extra stamina in those extra events. I did actually get 2 guaranteed legendaries from, I think, 3-starring every level on hard mode, and I think I bought one from one of the currencies that you acquire somewhere in one of these things. So we have those to pull today as well. I am trying to get through this too. Still have 7 days clearing the frozen plains, and we're going to take a look at the team I put together, because this is the other area that he is going to do a lot of work for you. With his heal disruption, he's built for clearing frozen plains, and I think him with a Gilroy combination actually works really well getting that heal decay. I've heard a couple things going on in that space, and I really want to try it out. Unfortunately, my Gilroy is still on level 1. I have a lot of work to do there, and I have no gold to do it. So I'm still focusing on Brennan right now, but I think I can get a pretty solid team going for Aldri the Ice Bear, and really start working on my time, because it's just brutal. I have a 100% team, but it takes forever. The new team with Brennan is a little better, but it's still pretty long. But there are some juicy rewards in here, so I hope to get those knocked out in the next 7 days, 6 days, just to put it on the account and get those extra pieces going. They did just start a new event here with crafting gear, so you can go over to the forge and craft some gear, and there's a couple rewards in there that are pretty good. I think getting this extra stamina on your account and leaving it in your inbox can be extremely beneficial. For example, in this Brennan event, if I am trying to max that out and I need to get all of those bull statues, I'm going to need to go through a lot of stamina once the favor dungeon opens up, and I'm only going to have a day to do it. So having that on the account, it gives me that opportunity to do. I do hope that they continue to do stuff like that, which gives you that extra copy, or at least an opportunity at the extra copy. I think it's a really cool way to help you press your chivalry along, especially for those kind of more in-game players, just so they're not blazing through quite so many rate-up summons. But if we jump over into Frozen Plains, I got the new team with Brennan going. It did cut my time down. We're at 7.5 minutes. Before we were at 18. So it's been a huge plus in that space, which has been really nice. Running Lancelot, getting some dot damage on Aldri, as well as speeding the team up. We got Brennan in here, bringing down with the heal disruption. Nika to keep everybody topped off, and then we got Rosier in here stacking up those dot damages on Aldri, and then keeping all of the burn damage that Lancelot's doing as well. So we'll jump in here and just kind of show you how this team is working. I won't make you watch the whole thing because it's a little bit excessive, but we got to make sure we focus on Aldri the Ice Bear and get that dialed in there. We're looking to get the heal disruption on, which once we get it on, it pretty much stays on the entire fight because of how frequently. I think it's 100% chance on the A3 once you get it upgraded as a skill to get that on there. Then you get all these burns coming on here, and once they're on, Rosier with that Chivalry level 8 is going to extend all of those dots on Aldri. So even though Aldri is taking very minimal damage from dots, when you get enough on there, it adds up. So it definitely speeds the run up. As we move into this first hibernation turn, you see we put the heal disruption on for 2 turns. So once we land it that one time, we don't need Sergius to come in here, give him extra opportunity to land it. It's on there for 2 turns, so we're good to go. Now we can just focus on the damage we're doing and extending those dots, which is kind of cool. Nika's just keeping everybody topped off with health, and then Aldri won't get any heals when she comes out of hibernation there. You can see all the dot damage is stacking up on her, chunking down her life. So that's the way this team is working. I know there's faster ways to do it, and I kind of will be working on that as things get better. But I do want to try that Brennan Gilroy combo and see if I can get that working to really expedite these runs. But as we come up on the end of this fight, you can see we're at 5 minutes, coming up on 6 minutes. You divide that by 3 because we're on 3 times speed. That's a 2-minute run. It's farmable. Like, it's not heinous. Before it was pretty rough. 18 minutes was a 6-minute run. I basically hit go and walk away and come back. So Brennan has definitely given me the opportunity to speed that run up quite a bit, and I'm pretty grateful for that whole thing. So that's actually a new fastest time for me using that team. So that is one of the spaces that he's going to do a lot of work for you and helping you out in Frozen Plains with Aldri. So taking a look at the event dungeon that's going on right now, I did get a great suggestion from somebody in the comment section. I really appreciate it. In this level, utilizing confusion and getting the giants to actually hit each other is probably a great way to go. Unfortunately, my lot is not built very well yet, and I don't think I have good gear on him or anything, so it probably leaves a lot to be desired as far as trying to get that dialed in. But as hard as these guys hit, if you're moving fast enough, I do think this team will work. But you're going to need to move faster than I'm moving. I think with the right RNG, I might be able to squeak through it. But unfortunately, I just haven't got it yet. I might start working on that lot build and see if I can get that confusion on them, because that might be the best way to get through those guys, and then kind of work on the RNG of them hitting each other instead of me. But that was a great suggestion, so I really appreciate you looking out for me in there. We still have 6 days to get that done, so have some opportunities there to press on and hopefully clear this dungeon. But I have a feeling that as we move forward, these levels are going to get even harder, so it'll be something else I have to work on to get through. In the Forbidden Dungeon, I've actually been playing around in the hard mode. I did finally get past Stage 2, which had the Lapaldies there, and then the big hits. I'm trying to remember the team that actually ended up getting me through it. It was, I'm pretty sure it was Lancelot, Morgan, Sergius, and then I think I brought in Merlin to freeze them. And that way with the freeze, they weren't hitting me with all the counter strikes. And then the burns over time took care of them. But I think that was the team that finally, and it wasn't first try, I had to try it several times and finally got the RNG where it worked out. Merlin has to land his freeze pretty early, otherwise you don't really have any heals on the team, and so if you take enough damage, you can't heal from it. So it just kind of got brutal, but eventually Merlin landed the heals where I needed. I didn't take those early counter strikes, and then I could basically press on. I think I did lose somebody died. It might have been Merlin, it could have been Lancelot. Somebody died at the end there, but I was able to squeak it out, so barely got through that. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but that's just the way that I found, which worked out. Pressed all the way on to level 7, and then kind of got stuck again, so we'll see what I got going on here and see if we can push a little further. But pretty big win wrapping up Season 6. I finished the normal mode, level 100, and this is my first time into hard mode. So starting to see some cool benefits there. I did just get all the resources to move my castle up to level 16. Unfortunately, it's going to take 10 days for them to go through and finish this up. So I got almost 11 days. So I'll be sitting here for a while, but we'll be moving up to Castle 16, which is pretty fun. So I was pretty excited about that. But without further ado, let's jump into this item box, see what we got going on here. We got 36 summons to go through today, 14 regular summons, and then we do have a 10-pack of each of the relics, and I think we're hitting Pity on Flame. But before we get into all that, let's grab these guys here and see who we get, or what we get. Still needing 4 rare relics to finish out my rares. And these guys here, I remember them being pretty anticlimactic. I think if they're a new champion, it will pull up the animation, but if you have them already, I don't think it does. So we got a Sigrun, which I think is Chivalry level 3 for my Sigrun, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to see who we get here. Nika is in the pool now, so we'd love to see a Nika pop up here. Tristan also, not a bad way to go. I feel like he's actually a pretty underrated legendary champion. Does great work for you in Pinvid to get through the boar. And then he's also just a great single target damage dealer that if you're needing that single target to knock somebody out, he does a great job. I did get back into the item shop and bought another 40 of the Vigor 6-star. I do think this is an amazing value. If you have the 1,500 rubies, if I can get to 1,500 more, I might buy another pack. But on these pop-up offers down here, and they had a couple others came in here too. I'm trying to behave myself. This was the one I was actually looking at for $6. I was like, oh man, that's not too bad. It's less than $1 a pull, 280 rubies. I was like, move on, don't look at it. But if you get down here to the rubies here, they have these. They're 1,500 rubies, and you get 40 pieces of 6-star gear plus some stat changing dust, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think that if you have the rubies to purchase this, these are great. These are great values. I mean, it really is going to supercharge your account. For some reason, my nephew does not see these come onto his account, and he's on a lower level than we are. But my brother and I both saw them come in. So I don't know if you have to be at a certain level before these come in. But I mean, if you have these on the account, I would absolutely recommend picking these up. You got the counter strike, you've got accuracy, so you've got a couple different things in here that are really going to be game changing as far as getting 6-star gear on your account and getting those upgraded stats. If you happen to get triple rolls into things and you're trying to get specific stats going, it's going to be a huge win. But let's jump over into Lake Avalon and take a peek at what we got going on. We'll start with the Storm Relic here. We are 52 away from Pity. Last time we pulled Guinevere's Storm Relic, which you get with the character, and I did it off camera. I'm going to verify that I am recording right now, so that's pretty good after I already pulled the other 2 legendaries. Yeah, I went through, I don't even know, it was well over 100 summons off camera, and then I realized that it was not recording, and I was pretty bummed out about it. So we got a rare coming in here. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got several rares coming in here. 4. That's a pretty good pull. Let's see if any of those are new for me. It does not look like it, so there'll be tokens, and we'll start saving up towards that next legendary relic that we get in the shop. If we go over here to the Frost, we're 38 away from Pity, so we'll jump in here with these 10, just get us a little closer, unless we, maybe we get a little bit lucky. Nope, not on this one. But I believe on the next one we are actually hitting Pity, so that's going to be pretty good. On the Frost relics here, let's see who we got in the rare. It's going to be Gareth. I think I need her Flame Relic. She's one of the rare folks that I do need, but not that one. We got the Frost already. On the Flame Relic here, we have 8 away from Pity, so we're going to go ahead and get that today. I'm trying to think on the Flame Relic who I'd really be excited to see. I've actually gotten quite a few, like Merlin's Flame Relic I got Tristan's Flame Relic. I'm trying to think. It's always a fun animation when it goes gold like that, but we'll see if maybe somebody will just surprise me. We'll see. We got a rare and we got a legendary. Animations on these are a little bit weak. Crimson Scar is Lancelot. That's the one he starts with, so that'll be turned into to gems there, or tokens, or whatever the case is, and we'll get that traded into hopefully the next legendary. So let's take a peek at that and see where we ended up with those tokens. If we jump over here into the Shard Exchange, we go in here, select all. I don't know that we got any new relics with all 30 of those pulls. So yeah, we're going to get 16,000 tokens on here. They're going to disappear forever. They put it in red just to scare you. So we're back up to 97,000. So my rule is if I have, when you want to buy a legendary relic, they're 52,500. So when I have 105,000, I will buy whatever comes through here that's new for me. So I did actually get Clarison's Storm Relic last time because I was over, and I have seen Bedivere's Flame Relic through here. But outside of that, I haven't really seen anything that was new for me. But it's about time to start paying attention again, because if the new one comes through here, I should swing by and pick it up. On the heroes, we've stacked up 4,700. Haven't quite gotten to that 5,200 yet as far as picking up a legendary for Chivalry. I kind of need to figure out who I'm going to prioritize. I do see Bedivere in here quite a bit, so prioritizing him to get high Chivalry, get that damage dealer up, could be pretty good. But my Cormac does a lot of work for me and smacks pretty well, so I don't know that he's going to be my focus target. On the common and uncommon, we have finished up and got all of our Chivalries to level 10, so now we're just working on rares and above. Ted was the last one hanging on, and in the last summon session we got him squared away. So not guaranteed to get a rare in here, and we ended up getting 2, so that's pretty cool. So we got Nicholas here, Chivalry level 10. In my last summoning session, I pulled 10 Nicholases, which was excessive. But we went all the way from Chivalry level 7 through Chivalry level 10, and then we sold the extras. And then that might be Chivalry level 10 for Kieran here, so that could be a pretty cool win. Just having one more rare all decked out, so that's pretty good. On the special summons, I don't think we're gonna go to 40 units here because I am trying to stack up my rubies to buy more of that gear from the 1,500 rubies. So hopefully I can get that done in the next few days before those packs are gone. But we will pull these 30 and keep our fingers crossed. On the rate up summons, I actually don't have any rate up summons. So until I upgrade Brennan to that next level, I'll get 20. But I don't think I'm going to pull unless I can get all the way to that free copy of them. So we have a few days left, but I doubt I'm going to end up with 40 or more rate up summons in order to get all the way to where we need to go. So we'll go back to these special summons. We're going to jump in here, pull 30 of these guys. Hopefully we don't need pity because we are far from it. So we'll see if we get lucky here. Not this time. We get some rares hopefully. There we go, 3 rares. We'll take it. And just stacking them up and getting those chivalries higher and higher. We got Ralph going on there, Accolone stacking up, and Boars. So starting to make some headway in that space. So we'll take that all day long. See if, oh, I was going to say, see if we get lucky. Here we are. We got lucky. We got lucky. All right. So we got Sigrun and I forget the Tristan. So let's see who we get in this batch here. We got Turin. That's pretty good. I think she's already on level 10 there. So we'll zip through here. I think it was like the 7th or 8th in the bundle. And you haven't changed the slightest, Vivian. So I think I pulled 3 of her straight, and then I pulled 1, maybe 2 legendaries since her, and now we got a 4th Vivian. So that's Chivalry level 3 for Vivian, which I think will help her be a little more effective. On Chivalry level 0, she definitely wasn't as effective as I was hoping she would be. Pretty disappointing, actually. So, but we're all the way up to Chivalry level 3 now, so that's pretty good. Let's see if we get lucky. We just reset pity, so I can't imagine we're going to get back to back, but you never know. I've only ever gotten one 10 pull that I got multiple legendaries on. I got 2 legendaries in one 10 pull. So I feel like I'm a little bit overdue, but that could just be greedy, even thinking it. We got Bodwin all the way on Chivalry level 10, and then Ban over here on Chivalry level 7. So maybe press that on and get him up to Chivalry level 8. So we jump out into the Shard Exchange here. Let's see if we can get up to that 5,200 that we need to get to. Doesn't look like it. We're at 358 here, so we'll go ahead and exchange those. We'll get these chivalries dialed in. Unfortunately, I don't have any gold. So that is going to be pretty hard with the chivalries. On some of these lower chivalries, you might be able to do it with, I think I only have like 20,000 gold though, so I probably don't even have enough to do the lower chivalries. But let's see here. So we got Tristan's over here. Chivalry is ready to go. Can't afford it. It's so sad. We're on to Chivalry level 3. So he's going to pick up an extra ability here with the Trauma ability, where he's got a 100% chance to inflict Bladed Gust. On that, bringing down effect resistance and crit strike resistance as well. So that'll be a pretty big win for him. I have been using him in Penvid mostly. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else I've actually used him. But as a single target damage dealer, he does do a really good job. He smacks. So if you need extra hits, especially if you have his Flame Relic, he has an 8 hitter on his A3. And then he also just does a good amount of damage. So he's a pretty underrated champion. I think a lot of people overlook him because you get him early and he's single target damage, which is a little less glamorous than doing the big AoE hits. But sometimes you need that single target, and he'll do that work for you. I think as we move over to, we're not going to be able to get any of these guys. She's on Chivalry level 3. And then Sigrun is also on Chivalry level 3, so we can't afford any of those, which is pretty unfortunate. I did decide, I'm pretty sure, that I am going to utilize my tokens. I'm going to focus on Nika here and try to get her to Chivalry level 8. With this ability here, I'm pretty confident it negates the need for the team she's running with to have Vigor. If you know, let me know in the comments below, because I'm trying to figure out if you have a Vigor set plus this, if it adds up or if it only does the initial, because it specifies natural Vigor charge plus 1. So I'm assuming natural meaning not enhanced by a Vigor set. But if you actually stack up 3 Vigor because you're getting this plus the Vigor set, please let me know, because I'd be curious to find out. But it'd be super cool to get this dialed in where whoever I'm running with Nika no longer needs to be in a Vigor set. The only struggle there is when I'm not running them with Nika, I definitely need them in a Vigor set, so I'm basically going to have to do 2 builds for all my people, which is okay. But I did also just spend 3,000 rubies on 80 Vigor pieces, a 6-star legendary, so that's kind of a whole nother thing going on too. So if I am able to stack up another 1,500, is Vigor the right way to go? My feeling is it's going to be a while before I can get Nika all the way to Chivalry level 8, but I think I am going to start moving her that direction with these memory stones. Yeah, we're only 3 away from being able to step her up on 2 Chivalry levels, which would be pretty cool. I was thinking I'd probably take Morgan straight to 10 or 8, but I think a lot of the benefits that she gets, especially turn meter, I pretty much already have. except for I'd love to get his 15 speed right here. And I do think the suspended animation is pretty interesting, where it increases the damage that the enemy takes by 50%. I believe it goes for the first 5 turns. That's right, on those enemies. So really, if you're trying to get through content quickly, that could be a huge win, doing extra damage for those first 5 turns. But I think that's about what I got for you today. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and kind of going through the account, looking at the events and seeing what's going on. Let me know what you're working on, what things are got you excited, and if you pulled for Brennan, or if you have stacked up enough of those rate up summons to go for him more than once. Whether or not you actually were able to get that free version of him at the end of that that event, because it seems like it's gonna be pretty hard to get all the way there. But I appreciate you hanging out with me all the way to the end, and I look forward to seeing you next time.